What a night for the history books, folks. Before we even look at the numbers, you really have to understand the atmosphere here. The stadium was absolutely electric, just packed to the rafters with fans expecting pure magic. As the commentators perfectly called it right at kickoff, it was destined to be one for the history books. It's exactly the kind of high-stakes environment that demands nothing less than greatness. Setting the historic stage, the Go 08 arrives. Okay, let's dive into this. Picture him walking out of the tunnel. When Messi steps onto that pitch in his iconic number 10 jersey, cutting through those glaring stadium lights, it literally alters the gravity of the whole stadium. He wasn't just showing up for another game, you know? He was carrying the hopes of an entire nation and, honestly, the heavy expectations of football fans everywhere squarely on his shoulders. 6. It's just a single digit, right? But it represents an absolutely staggering level of sustained excellence. Stepping onto the pitch marked Messi's record-shattering 6th World Cup tournament. Just think about the physical toll, the constant tactical evolution, and the sheer, undeniable discipline it takes to remain at the absolute pinnacle of the sport across so many different eras of the game. It's unreal. And right alongside that, 200. Before the referee even blew the whistle to start the match, he simultaneously reached his 200th international cap. When you put those two numbers together, 6 tournaments and 200 caps, you realize just how insanely rare this kind of longevity really is. We are talking about showing up consistently under immense pressure for nearly 2 decades. 17 minutes, goal 1. 60 minutes, goal 2. 76 minutes, goal 3. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it proves this wasn't just some sudden burst of luck. Oh no, it was a calculated dismantling of the opposition. The timeline over the 90 minutes totally tells the story. At 17 minutes, he strikes early. Then, there's this long period of tactical maneuvering before he strikes again at 60 minutes to completely break their spirit, and then a final blow at 76 minutes to seal the hat-trick. It shows a pure genius controlling the entire tempo of the match. Step 1. Thunderous long-range strike. Step 2. Cleaned up a rebound. Step 3. Signature curling finish. These 3 moments highlight a flawlessly complete offensive arsenal. Step 1 in the 17th minute. Pure power with a thunderous long-range strike. Step 2 in the 60th minute shows pure poacher's instinct to clean up a chaotic rebound. And then Step 3 in the 76th minute brings out that signature finesse, curling a gorgeous finish right past the defenders. It's immense, mind-blowing versatility, all packed into a single match. Rewriting the record books, a 3-0 victory. Wow. So this personal masterclass had a much broader, almost profound impact, propelling the defending champions to a totally dominant 3-0 victory. A performance like this, it just elevates the entire squad, you know? It sends a crystal clear message to the rest of the tournament. The defending champions are here, and they're here to conquer. Lionel Messi, 16 goals, versus Miroslav Klose, 16 goals. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. This hat-trick brought Messi to 16 career World Cup goals, perfectly leveling him with the German legend himself, Miroslav Klose. Now, Klose was the ultimate traditional striker who absolutely lived for these tournaments. So for a playmaker like Messi, a guy who dictates the game from so many different areas of the pitch, to match that specific goal-scoring monolith, man, that is just a fascinating achievement. Next stop, Dallas on June 22nd. So what happens next? Well, Argentina takes this undeniable massive wave of momentum straight into Dallas under the warm Texas sky on June 22nd. You don't just put up a 3-0 victory and tie an all-time record without completely shifting the gravity of the tournament. This team is absolutely firing on all cylinders right now. With Klose's record leveled and momentum building for Dallas, just how far can this historic run go? Which brings me to the critical question for all of us today. With Klose's legendary record tied up, a historic hat-trick in the bag, and crazy momentum building for Dallas, just how far can this historic run go? I mean, are we going to see the record broken entirely in the very next match? It's literally anyone's guess, but the stage is perfectly set. When Messi is on the pitch, history is being made. We'll wrap up today's explainer with a sentiment that perfectly captures everything about this incredible match. When Messi is on the pitch, history is being made. Thank you so much for joining me to break down this monumental moment. Keep your eyes on the pitch, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.